security, compliance, and standards. Welcome, diligent SOC professionals, to Module 8 of our comprehensive course. We've journeyed through the operational heart of the SOC, exploring tools, threats, detection, and hunting. Now we're shifting our focus to a critical aspect that underpins all security operations: security, compliance, and standards. Let's explore the world of compliance. In today's interconnected digital world, cybersecurity is no longer just a technical discipline. It's deeply interwoven with legal, ethical, and regulatory obligations. Organizations, regardless of their size or industry, operate under a growing web of laws, standards, and frameworks designed to protect sensitive data and ensure accountability. For a security operations center, understanding and adhering to these regulatory frameworks is not merely a formality. It's a fundamental requirement that directly impacts the organization's reputation, financial stability, and legal standing. Learning objectives. By the end of this module, you will be able to 1. Identify key regulatory frameworks like GDPR, HIPAA, relevant to SOC operations. 2. Explain the implications of non-compliance with regulations and standards. 3. Outline best practices for ensuring security compliance within a SOC environment. 4. Describe the crucial role of the SOC in compliance audits. 5. Appreciate the importance of balancing security efficiency with regulatory adherence. General Data Protection Regulation. Let's begin our exploration of regulatory frameworks with the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. This is a landmark privacy and security law that was enacted by the European Union, EU, and the European Economic Area, EEA. Its primary focus is on personal data protection for individuals residing within these regions. GDPR is designed to give individuals control over their personal data and to simplify the regulatory environment for international business by unifying the regulation within the EU. For a SOC, GDPR has significant implications, especially if your organization processes personal data of EU/EEA citizens, regardless of where your organization is based. Key aspects relevant to a SOC include 1. Data minimization, collecting only the data that is absolutely necessary. 2. Data security, implementing appropriate technical and organizational measures to ensure the security of personal data, including protecting against unauthorized processing or accidental loss. This directly impacts how SOCs monitor and secure systems holding personal data. 3. Data breach notification. Mandate strict notification requirements for data breaches. If personal data is compromised, organizations must report the breach to the relevant supervisory authority, and in many cases, to affected individuals within 72 hours of becoming aware of it. This directly impacts the SOC's incident detection and reporting procedures. 4. Data subject rights. Individuals have rights concerning their data, such as the right to access, rectify, or erase their personal data. SOC operations must be aware of how security incidents might impact these rights. For instance, if your SOC is monitoring data traffic, you must ensure that any personal information processed within that traffic complies with GDPR stipulations, implementing strict access controls, and ensuring rapid breach reporting to mitigate risk effectively. Failure to comply can result in severe penalties. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA. The Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA, is a crucial regulatory framework which primarily focuses on the protection of health information within the U.S. healthcare sector. Enacted in 1996, HIPAA sets national standards for protecting sensitive patient health information from being disclosed without the patient's consent or knowledge. If your SOC is monitoring healthcare organizations or any entity that handles protected health information, PHI, known as covered entities like health plans, healthcare providers and clearinghouses, or their business associates, such as third-party service providers like cloud providers and billing companies, understanding HIPAA is absolutely vital. HIPAA consists of several rules, with the most relevant for a SOC being 1. The Privacy Rule sets national standards for the protection of individually identifiable health information by covered entities and business associates. 2. The Security Rule specifically addresses the security of electronic protected health information, EPHI, It outlines administrative, physical, and technical safeguards that covered entities and their business associates must implement to protect EPHI. This directly dictates security monitoring, access controls, audit controls, and incident response procedures within a healthcare SOC. 3. The breach notification rule requires covered entities and business associates to notify affected individuals, the Department of Health and Human Services (HHS), and in some cases the media following a breach of unsecured PHI. A data breach in a healthcare environment not only risks profound patient trust and potentially puts individuals at risk, but can also result in substantial fines and legal repercussions for the non-compliant organization. Familiarizing yourself with HIPAA is not just about compliance. It directly enhances your ability to develop necessary protocols to secure sensitive patient information and contributes to patient safety. Implications of non-compliance. Let's look at the implications of non-compliance to legal and regulatory standard in two folds. 1. Financial fines and penalties. 2. Trust and legal consequences. Let's look at them briefly. Financial penalties. One of the most immediate and impactful consequences of non-compliance is the imposition of hefty financial fines. Regulatory bodies around the world are increasingly empowered to levy significant penalties on organizations that fail to protect sensitive data as mandated by law. Consider the following examples. 1. GDPR. A company that fails to adhere to GDPR stipulations regarding data protection can face fines of up to 4% of its annual global revenue, or €20 million, approximately $21.5 million USD, whichever is higher. 2. HIPAA. Penalties for HIPAA violations vary depending on the level of negligence, but they can range from $100 to $50,000 per violation, with an annual maximum of $1.5 million for repeated or uncorrected violations. 3. PCI DSS, which stands for Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. While not a government regulation, non-compliance with PCI DSS for credit card data can lead to monthly fines ranging from $5,000 to $100,000 for acquiring banks, which are then passed down to the non-compliant merchant. These fines are designed to be a significant deterrent, making it abundantly clear that investment in compliance and robust cybersecurity is far more cost-effective than facing the penalties of a breach. In your future SRC role, understanding these implications helps frame your cybersecurity efforts with a profound focus on compliance, recognizing that protecting data is not just about security, but also about financial stability. Loss of trust and legal consequences. Beyond direct financial penalties, the implications of non-compliance with security standards extend significantly to an organization's reputation and expose it to considerable legal action. These consequences can have profound long-term effects on an organization's viability, such as loss of reputation and customer distrust. A data breach or public disclosure of non-compliance can severely damage an organization's reputation. When clients and consumers become aware that their personal or sensitive information was mishandled or compromised due to a lack of due diligence, trust erodes rapidly. This customer distrust can lead to significant customer attrition and potential loss of business, as clients become more cautious about sharing their information with an organization perceived as insecure. Legal action and lawsuits. Non-compliance exposes organizations to substantial legal risks. Affected individuals may file class action lawsuits seeking compensation for damages resulting from a data breach or privacy violation. Regulators might initiate enforcement actions, leading to injunctions, mandatory operational changes, or stricter oversight. Shareholders might also file lawsuits against the company's board for failing in their fiduciary duty to protect assets. As a guiding principle in your future SEC role, always align your security strategies with compliance requirements. This not only safeguards your organization from immediate financial penalties, but also actively protects its brand, builds a culture of accountability and transparency, and ensures its long-term viability in a trust-dependent marketplace.